that are largely along ethnic lines. Omar?
Chairman Ribu, my first question is, in your own estimation, has there been any much progress made in terms of healing the ethnic divisions we have in this country? Because even as we go into politics, we see the SI unit of political mobilization is largely ethnic groups. So I just want to appreciate your appreciation of how much progress you have made since the establishment of the NCIC, not just your term and even the terms of others. In terms of the clear line between hate speech and freedom of speech is quite a thin one. I remember once NCIC did a report which I found extremely insightful, and I was at that time at the KNCHR, so I used that report into an article, and I was very happy that the same, then one of the members of parliament, then, no, he was a PNU activist, was now a minister for trade, complained to the NCIC that I had committed the act of hate speech. Actually, Chalo investigated that case and cleared me of any wrongdoing because it was the NCIC report that I was citing. At what point must we be audacious in terms of addressing our ethnic configurations? I think Kenyans try to sanitize a lot of things. I mean, we must sometimes be able to appreciate speech no matter how much we dislike of it. If you look at the Trump administration, it is largely about white supremacy. But it doesn't, that's the strength of democracy. I should be able to stand up and sometimes pinpoint the problem as it is. The only good thing that supported me at that time was the fact that it was based on an NCIC report of the Kibaki administration, that Kibaki's appointments and hitherto that point were extremely skewed, in fact, not only regional but very nyeri. The third one, in terms of structural systematic marginalization and exclusion. I'm one of those who always claims to have systematic marginalization and exclusion, like Commissioner Farah there probably is there for the same reason. But how is there a programmatic way of handling it? Because when you elevate me, you usually sometimes just say that you've elevated me, pulled me out of marginalization, but left the rest of the community there. So I see that a lot with the minority and marginalized groupings. I see a plethora of appointments that go to individuals, but I never see those communities necessarily pulling themselves out of marginalization. Do you have a programmatic strategy so that we can then appreciate better? And do you think that this systematic or systemic abuses, marginalization, alienation are the reasons why there's this violent elections or contestation for power and the fallout? And how much have you done in terms of trying to address that by way of advisory to government?
Amina?
Thank you, Chair. I'm reading here one of the mandates